the internet. Everyone's afraid of the internet, but nobody wants to do anything about it. Parents don't want to put blocks on their systems. Their phones are wide open. So these kids are getting whatever they want to get, and then they're filing lawsuits because they got into something. But let's not talk about things like porn and stuff like that, because I don't care what people say. Oh, we have blocks for that. BS. You can pull up anything no matter where you are. Every phone has a VPN on it, so you can't even monitor the state anymore.
Yeah.
But
there's workarounds for all that
stuff.
But
let's talk about something that they should be protected on. There are some specific kid sites, and you have a kid. How old's your kid?
7.
Okay, so you have a 7-year-old, and the internet has suddenly gotten a little scarier for you because safe spaces are no longer safe.
It's not scary for me. She doesn't have access.
Well, she did.
No.
She never had your phone?
Oh, I give her my phone here and there for a couple minutes.
And she walks away with that phone?
She
sits there right there showing you exactly what the screen?
Not showing me, but she sits right next to me, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to tell you.
She doesn't get my phone and then disappear for 3 hours and then bring it back. No. I don't know what you did with your kids, but that's not how I do it with mine.
When you're home?
What?
Can you guarantee that happens 24/7?
Yes.
Okay.
My wife does the same thing.
Okay. So she can't be on the phone talking to her mother or doing something, and she's got that phone and burning through everything.
She doesn't have a phone.
You know what I mean. She's got an iPad.
She does have an iPad.
Okay.
Yes.
And how blocked is that?
Very blocked.
Okay.
She can't download anything. All the blockers.
All the blockers.
And she's 7. Like this won't work when she's like 12, 13, 14, because the kids that old will figure ways around it. But at 7, she doesn't know how to work around the parental block. So
let me go over this.
She can't go anywhere or do anything that she doesn't ask permission from us first.
Let me cover this. The state of Oklahoma.
Of what state?
The state of Oklahoma has sued Roblox over child safety issues and failures.
Oklahoma?
The whole state has failed. The whole state has failed. Yes, the whole state is suing. I always love when a state sues it.
Well, they represent a whole state full of people. So
I love when you're the attorney. You're going, I now speak for the whole state of Oklahoma. The plaintiff is the state of Oklahoma.
Do you have to do a conflict check whenever you... I represent everybody in the state. Yeah. Now I can't sue anybody in this state ever again because at one point I represented everybody.
Now, I'm a man who's significantly older and has no kids of that age. What the hell is this thing?
Roblox?
Yeah.
It is a collection of games, I think. I mean, I'm kind of old too. But it's a collection of games. You go to Roblox and you can play. And what's cool about it for the kids is their friends can play with them in the little universe of games that they play. So there's all these different little sandboxes that you can get into. And so you get into a particular sandbox and your other friends, if you tell them what sandbox you're in, they can come play in the same sandbox. That's what makes it attractive. Because now I can play with my friends from school and down the street, and now we're all together, kinda.
Now, my concern is this. Who controls who's in these particular sandboxes that your daughter or anybody else's kid can pop into?
Yeah, you can. There's parental controls included in the Roblox galaxy.
So how did these weird pedophiles get in these
Because
sandboxes?
they go online, they create a profile, and their profile claims that they are 5, 6, 7, 8 years old when they're 48, 49, 52. And then that person will be in some kind of sandbox somewhere, and he'll send a friend request.
Oof, that's skeevy.
Now, all of a sudden, your kid's like, oh, I'm going to accept this friend. And now when you have a friend, you can actually let them know which sandbox you're in. You can allow them to see where you are so that they can come find you in whatever sandbox you decide to be in that day.
It is so weird how I feel towards murderers in comparison to these pedophiles. I'll forgive a murderer. I'll go, he got mad. These pedos, God, ugh.
Well, what's wrong with just not forgiving any of them?
Because I think something is situational. I could be mad about something, or I could lose my mind, or I could be in a bad place. But if I have a propensity to want to do weird stuff to kids, I mean, come on. That's you're never going to get fixed. You're going to have to do drugs, chemical castration. And I know there are people out there who are going, Jeff, you don't understand. I know these people. I represented them a long time ago. You do not change how you feel inside about what you're attracted to.
I heard a psychiatrist explain it, or psychologist one time on a talk show. They were like, listen, sexuality and things that you like in that realm, it's like a palette. Once Once something goes onto the palate, it never comes off. Once you have some sort of arousal experience, whatever it is, it gets put on that sexual palate, it never comes off.
So I've got these really terrible human beings who are figuring out ways to get into every social media. And they'll eventually, the profiles, everything else like that. And they go, well, how do you protect somebody? Other than doing a full background check on everybody who is on social media, how do you potentially even try to curb that?
You just block them all.
How you block them all?
Yeah, you can set up the profile.
No, I'm talking about the company
controls.
itself, Roblox or whatever it's called.
Roblox. How can they do it? Yeah. Well, they have a robust parental blocking system. That's why it's a little confusing why Oklahoma will be suing them.
Because somebody got through.
It's like, hey, we have a seatbelt, but the people that we're providing the seatbelt to, they're not clicking it on. And then you're suing us because they got into an accident and hit the dashboard. Yeah, we know if they get into an accident, they're going to hit the dashboard. That's why we put a seatbelt in. Yeah, we know if they go online, they're going to run into potential predators. That's why we gave parental controls.
So do you think the state of Oklahoma should be able to sue somebody over something like this? Or you think it's just a money grab?
It's not a money grab.
Well, they're getting a lot of money. They will get paid. They will get probably 100, 200 million. They'll settle. Or Texas will hop in and Missouri will hop in.
Yeah, they might do that just so that they can say, hey, we prevailed and we did something for the population of Oklahoma. And now they agreed to make even more robust seatbelts. Now there's 2 seatbelts instead of 1. And that's our big settlement. The problem is going to come down to parenting your kids. You have got to take personal responsibility for your kids. Yes, society can help out. We can. We really can. We want to. But we can't be in control of all of the decisions that your kid makes. You got to jump in there.
Now, they're going to be sued under some form of negligence, that they had a duty to protect kids from these predators.
And we did.
But there's
let me represent Roblox.
There's no standard.
We did. We have all of these parental controls. If you employed these, this would not have happened.
So what is the standard? I'm arguing, and this is what I hate about a lot of lawsuits. These aren't the lawsuits we fight. It's real simple. You get in an accident, you fall, somebody does something that hurts you. Okay. This stuff is the wild, wild west. You go in, you got 6 jurors who go, I don't like this company. Let's give them $1 billion.
Well, yeah, that's happening in all kinds of businesses. It's happening with Amazon. It's happening with Uber. It's happening with all these companies. And they're saying, no, we're not really a retailer. What we are is a platform that provides a location. We're not really involved in the stream of commerce.
Now, Craig, here's what I have a problem with. I make mistakes as an adult. I've accepted friend requests. I get scammed all the time. There's no way that you can basically cover everything to protect everybody, especially kids.
There is an option. You deny all friend requests. Yes. You don't have to have a friend in the game. You only want to have friends. Sure, that makes it maybe more enjoyable. But what is more important? Protecting your kid or letting them do whatever they want online?
But you're different. You and your wife are probably in the more protective category because people are using their iPads as babysitters. Toy Story 5 is actually about a kid getting an electronic device that takes up all their time and effort. And people are babysitting the same way people used to stick a kid in front of the TV. And we used to go, oh, those commercials, I'm buying too many action figures. Let's sue these companies. And now we're going to make sure there are no commercials during.
Yeah, when kids sat in front of TVs, what happened? McDonald's got sued.
Yeah.
Everybody that used
Toy
characters
companies
to bring people into food places. Yeah, you can't see Ronald McDonald anymore. When's the last time you saw Ronald McDonald?
Well, he was a little creepy.
Just because he was a clown.
Right.
All right, so Grimace.
No, he was a ginger clown. He was a little
Hamburglar. Whatever. Oh, he's a little creepy too.
Well, Hamburger. they all kind of looked.
Now that I'm thinking about the McDonald's cast, there
was some dude who came up with all that and going, okay, let's go with the redheaded, creepy looking clown.
I remember when the Hamburglar visited my school when I was in like 4th grade, and we all got in trouble because after they did like a little magic show, and then it was recess. And the Hamburglar guy was just trying to get back out to his car. And all of us kids like attacked him. Like we knocked his hat
Well, he's
off.
the enemy.
And, you know, which thinking in hindsight, it wasn't very nice of us.
Well,
We shouldn't have done that. We all got in a lot of trouble, though.
I could tell you that
It's all right, Mr. Hamburglar. We didn't mean it.
Now, here's my wrap up on this. And this is just parenting. I think anytime the government goes, we're smarter than the parents, we're going to do all this parenting, we're going to sue these companies, we're going to make sure this doesn't happen. It's an attention grab. It's not realistic. It's not what you're trying to do. As a parent, if you're not going to parent your kid, the government's not going to do it for you. And that's what they're trying to do here. They're trying
Can I interject before you close this out?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Oklahoma, why don't you have a big class on how to be a parent instead of suing Roblox? Why don't you teach your citizens how to be better parents than suing a company that's providing a service? How about that?
They can't because they want
Right,
votes.
because they want to get voted, right?
They want votes.
Yeah.
Look what we're doing.
Else.
Look what we're doing. In fact, wouldn't it be great in school if that was a required part of the teaching, a social media education?
Oh, now you're onto something.
They won't do it.
Now you're onto something.
Won't do it. They can't do it because that's rational. Now, I feel bad for any child who was abused online. And that happens on Facebook. That happens on Instagram. It happens on all these platforms. Now, originally, I don't know the original safeguards. Will the safeguards get stronger because of lawsuits? Of course. But should a company go bankrupt or be taken out because of it?
Not when they're actually trying to provide a safety net and nobody uses it. Like we have a safety net. You're not using it, and then you sue us because you fell.
Well, that's painful. Again, we'll be back in a few, and we don't represent people in cases like this.